No more intro. It's that simple. No more intro or outro. I used to love that stuff growing up. It was my favorite thing about growing up with YouTubers on the internet. However, I'm not that era of YouTuber. And yeah, hello. I know I don't post as much as I used to and should or something or other. But there will be explanation for that. I do hope and believe. Ugh, ignore my disgusting face, please. I also don't have any real good lighting here. I can't do anything about that. I mean, I could set my flashlight up. I really don't want to. Okay, my face is ugly enough. You have to look at this mug anyways, so. Oh no, it's almost time to restart. Not now. Focus. So, obviously, I have not been raptured, so either I'm stuck in hell to suffer for all of eternity, or the predictions were wrong. Either way, I know this topic I'm about to begin speaking on is probably a little on the nose, but if you've been watching my content, I feel like you've probably realized that was most likely going to come for a while now. That being that recently, on a certain short-form media app known as TikTok, things blew up. A certain religion blew up. And, you know, I've always been Christian, or rather, I'm Catholic, my entire life. Until I walked away one day in, like, second grade and said, screw you, I've got to grow. Which I think he understood because well, anyways, we'll get into all that later at a different time. Essentially, there was one YouTuber, or rather one content creator I found on TikTok that has really gotten me into this. And I wish I could share their name, but I don't like talking and name dropping people without their express and explicit permission. However, their content's really funny, really awesome, and I'll probably be watching it more and more. I really want to get into this more into my religion. And on top of that, I joined a certain association that I don't entirely want to mention quite yet, but maybe we'll mention eventually. Who knows? I do have a personal life, even though well, anyways, that's beside the point. So, kind of like that content creator who has done all of that cool, awesome stuff that I should totally watch, but don't. And also for my own sort of benefit here, I've never read the Bible. Yes, this is going to be, again, my content was supposed to be philosophical related. I don't think there's much more philosophical than this, okay? I really don't. It's impossible. I mean, again, you can dive into the facts. I can't memorize all the facts, but, supposedly how many documented proof there are and, cross-references that are made and can be made throughout history. It's a little tough to deny the idea and most likely existence of God. So, besides the fact that I've been doing that my entire life, essentially, I figure, before I quit the internet, because that's most likely what's going to happen after I'm done doing this and the side series that spins off, hopefully 2 videos a day. I'll get into the side series stuff later. Probably after I even post this. But I figure I'll just read the entire Bible. Now, this Bible was in my father's room. I am borrowing it. It's his Bible as far as I can tell. I don't know. But the type of Bible, it also doesn't say. It just says the Gideon's International. I don't know if it's the new Oxford version, the New King James version, different types of Bibles. Which, if I am to be 100% honest, I was praying that I wouldn't be reading out of a New King James Bible version or a King James Bible version, because there's only one king we care about. Okay? The one that we crucified. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure God was like, hey, just go borrow your dad's Bible and read that, you frickin' dolt. Except he didn't insult me because he probably wouldn't do that. Maybe he would. I don't know. I don't actually. I mean, I do, but I don't have an actual worthwhile framework for what kind of personality God has. But something's telling me he wouldn't. So, I'm going to start off slow, especially for myself, because, you know, it's 1,000 some odd pages. And for you guys to be able to digest it. So, considering we're already 5 minutes and 37 seconds, 38 minutes in, or 38 seconds in, 40 now, this video is going to be 10 minutes of me reading the Bible. And as I slowly but steadily get more into it, it will become longer. Probably the longest I'll go is 45 minutes, but, you know, that's just for easy digestion. So, okay, well, I'm going to have to respond to that after, because I've already got this started, and I want to finish this. I want to dedicate myself to this, okay? There's one thing I should be able to dedicate to, even though there's a possibility I'll die a very painful, gruesome death in the future. Yeah, I'll worry about that when I get there, if that's even part of God's will for me. So, Genesis, chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning the first day. And God said, "Let there be an expanse in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters." And God made the expanse and separated the waters that were under the expanse from the waters that were above the expanse, and it was so. And God called the expanse heaven. And there was evening and there was morning the second day. And God said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. I am going to have to check the time every occasionally, so. God called the dry land earth, and the waters that were gathered together he called seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth sprout vegetation, plants yielding seed, and fruit trees bearing fruit in which is their seed, each according to its kind on the earth." And it was so. The earth brought forth vegetation, plants yielding seed according to their own kinds, and trees bearing fruit in which is their seed, each according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. And let them be lights in the expanse of the heavens to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night, and the stars. And God set them in the expanse of the heavens to give light on the earth, to rule over the day and over the night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning the fourth day. Of course, I need to check something real quick. Supposedly, I do believe this is both the New and Old Testament. One of these pages says it. Ah, yes. Yep, it says the Old and New Testament. Well, it has an alphabetic index of the books of the Old and New Testament, so. Alright, well. Moving right along. And God said, "Let the waters swarm." Okay, let me make sure. I'll start back somewhere we already were. I'm sorry. And God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night, and the stars. And God set them in the expanse of the heavens to give light on the earth, to rule over the day and the night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. And God said, "Let the waters swarm with swarms of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the expanse of the heavens." So God created the great sea creatures and every living creature that moves, with which the waters swarm, according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. Man. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth." And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures according to their kinds, livestock, and creeping things, and beasts of the earth according to their kinds." And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth according to their kinds, and the livestock according to their kinds, and everything that creeps on the ground according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heaven, and over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on this earth." So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. And God blessed them. And God said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over every living thing that moves on the earth." And God said, "Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of all the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food. And to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the heavens, and to everything that creeps on the earth, everything that has the breath of life, I have given every green plant for food." And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. Chapter 2. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day God finished his work that he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work that he had done. So God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it God rested from all his work that he had done in creation. These are the generations of the heavens and the earth when they were created, in the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens, when no bush of the field was yet in the land, and no small plant of the field had yet sprung up, for the Lord God had not caused it to rain on the land, and there was no man to work the ground. And a mist was going up from the land, and was watering the whole face of the ground. Then the Lord God formed the man of dust from the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living creature. And the Lord God planted a garden in Eden, in the east, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And on the ground the Lord God made up to spring up every tree that is pleasant to the sight, and good for food. The tree of life was in the midst of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A river flowed out of Eden to water the garden, and there it divided and became 4 rivers. The man of the first is oh no. This is going to be the difficult part, is when I mess up words that I don't know how to pronounce. Pishon? Pishon? I don't know. Rip. Pishon. It is the one that flowed around the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold, and the gold of that land is good. More words that are difficult to say. Bdellium, Bdellium, and onyx stone are there. The name of the second river is the Gibeon. Gihon. This is going to be bad for me. Oh well. Gihon. It is the one that flowed around the whole land of Cush. That makes me a little sad to say, for personal reasons. Cush. And unfortunately, right here at verse 13 is where we're going to call it for now. I need to find a way to mark these things. I mean, not like I can't just check the video anyways, but that is it. And we will continue more later.